Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Layers of Fear, and it's been a day since we last played, so hopefully the game isn't going to crash again, because we are really far, if not right at the end of this whole chapter section, or at least we're at the halfway point of this chapter section. It is possible that what happens, yeah, I'd imagine it would have crashed right then, is what I'm thinking is that we're gonna get the blackness. Let's see, is that supposed to be like an eye or something?
I had the most beautiful dream last night. I dreamt he came to me, embraced me, loved me, as he once did. But we both know that while I dreamed my silly
The
little
background
dream,
is wobbling.
it was you. It was you he really lusted for.
So it almost feels like we have to go. Like, let's just go this way. Like, we can go here. And this feels like this is just collectibles. Still. So maybe the points I decided not to go, hey, we're back to the double exposure paintings. I thought they were going to be done with it. Like, all the... Seems like we might be running into some kind of beast or something. This door looks different. It has like a lighter cross emphasis. I guess maybe they all are doing that right now. So it would be kind of weird if the wife element was something I just totally skipped over. Like, maybe this was always going to be about the kid. And I don't know. That's interesting that that's locked. That's, I believe, the first time we've ever seen a locked cabinet. And this also might be the first time we've seen dishes in these cupboards. What triggered that sound? See, we're back to non-exposing, no double exposures. And here we have a nice white door. And that one's locked. So theoretically, we move towards the light. This is a good thing. This is the child's room. And we've got some bright overexposures. And this is like totally what should have happened. Although I would argue that some of this should have... Okay, so maybe I killed the dog that I bought. Like, that face looks a little creepy. It seems like if I was gonna do it, I would have had... This is locked, interesting. I would have had us walk in here at the beginning of the chapter and then get, like, fall through the floor or just turn around and be in a completely different place. And then it gives some falling action for a while, and where you're just wandering around trying to find your way back. So now I have the key. And then halfway on the way back to this room, I'd even have the main character say, I've got to get back to that room, and have like a stated outline goal. And on the process of getting back to the room, that's when things should have gotten creepier. and then back to the scares. See, these are just drawings, and I can't spin the drawings. There's a lot of stuff that seems like it goes the other way. And here's a Jack-in-the-Box, so what are we expecting? Doll's head? Something like that? Well, I wound up the Jack-in-the-Box and I can't widen it anymore. Interesting. There's nothing else to do there. I mean, I can shut the door. And maybe we'll see some creepy dolls do things. Maybe we'll see everything. I assume this is just all going to turn backwards. There, take control of the camera and direction away from me. Now things are getting more red. Things are moving. Toys. There's the Jack-in-the-Box that popped up. There's nothing spooky there. There's something moving around. It transitioned, I think, a little too fast there. The windows opening and closing. The room is getting creepy. But just the same old creepy. The doll's banging his head against it. And now we're getting little pictures. This almost feels like this could be the beginning of it. Hush little baby, the night is dark. Stars fade above you, the room goes dark. Well, this game is already incredibly dark. Mama used to come to tuck you in. Just floating dolls' faces. Now she's nowhere to be seen. Okay. And here we have a different picture. And I assume what we're looking for now is just the item. There it is.
This was a special brush, like a horsehair brush, but different. At that point, I hesitated. Will this really work? Fuck it. I was already halfway through, and besides, it's not like I can just put it all back and forget the whole thing.
So it's a lock of her hair, of the daughter's hair. And we're supposed to be remembering June 9th, which I believe is the anniversary. We've seen that twice. And it takes control away again. Okay. These chapters are still taking a while. And we're kind of off on the timing. Was there something over there? So now the room is full of dolls and other things, and the mirror is becoming less capable of holding things or reflecting things. You really have to get the timing right, because if I sit here and I do this, it's not really responding as fast. It has like you can press left and then you have to wait a while, lockout on it. So I don't take it to mean that he hurt his daughter. He probably did, but I was thinking he tried to drown her, and using a clipping of her hair as a brush, well, crazy and silly. Although you could, wouldn't be surprised if some artist has done something like that. Here's my hair from my baby's first haircut that I used in this painting to forever memorialize her. You could do it in an incredibly sentimental way, as well as a creepy way. Says gone. And so right now we have what looks like a fish of some sort, or as best as I can tell. What will it turn into? The room in the background went very dark. Alright, now we've got it down to a particularly recognizable human form. Creepy eyes staring at you. Does it follow you across the room? Not really. That would have been a good thing to do. You've always been alone. You'll always be hoping a grave error will finish it. I have a hard belief, I question whether the gaps that are in between this could somehow fix this. Let's see. You could say, if it says something like, I don't want you to fall into hate. I love you even now. You're not lost, alone, and hopeless. I know you sometimes feel like you've always been alone, but you haven't. You're loved and you always will be. I'm hoping for us to have a great thing and feel like a divorce would be a grave error. Please give up on this artistry. Or I have great hope on you, and I feel like you can do this art piece, so please finish it. Like, you could certainly put things around that. There's 2 more chapters, and not a lot of diversion here. Like, in that last chapter, it did feel like there was a separate direction I could have gone, but I heavily suspect in the 2 or 3 other times we saw that what really happened was we, let's see, seems like it doesn't matter which way you go, so I'll go right. It was actually a Minecraft map that was kind of like this, where you walked around a hallway and it snuckily changed things for you. And see, now we've got a carpet and we've got some machinery sounds, and now we've got a window and some sounds. The building is just having us go in circles with a door that's locked. And then the lights flicker. And a door that's locked. I don't see a real reason why. Apparently that one is hitting something. It's hitting that pile of books or papers. So many of these drawers with nothing in them. And there's a lot of asset flip games that are trying to sell themselves as horror games that are not even this complicated. The fan is the machine sound. Where these are all just pre-bought assets, and because of that, It's getting really, really dark. Well, I want to read this. And I can't. Interesting. Let's see. They're just playing with lights. Going in circles. Easy to forget. Drunk. Delirious. Time. See, and I wouldn't want a whole chapter around this. Like, I really wouldn't. And so we moved time forward. And Restless Memories, we've seen that before. So I think I may have missed a collectible simply by just not clicking on it fast enough. I was wondering if perhaps he was using his own bones and flesh from his leg, and he amputated his own leg for the painting. I mean, that clearly wouldn't be the case with the paintbrush and the hair. I mean, I guess it could be his own hair that you just happened to misleadingly see in. Here we have kind of floating furniture that should have fallen over. This game hasn't done a great job of having creepy sounds play in unexpected ways. I think that's a lot to do with the fact that there's just not enough silence that happens. So if I failed to follow the lady before. Alright, so here's a full-on PT jump scare of the creepy lady. But yeah, the game has taught me far into this point that I'm never gonna die. So, and I walk backwards to just kind of see the extent of how far the room is that I'm in. And that's just gonna be a black section. So maybe they were hinting at the mother or the lady, whoever she is, earlier in the game, and you couldn't have really done too much with her. Was that another dust rat? What would be funny is if we actually ran into a real rat, something that was different. We already have a key? That seems oddly quick. But I'm not gonna really complain about that either, because let's just move forward in this story. Yeah, that kind of looks like more of a real rat than a fake rat. Obsession with rats and insects probably comes from some previous trauma, if I was to guess. So if he's hallucinating rats, it's probably because he's seeing rats. If anything, this rat is helping me in the game. That would be funny, is make it an adventure game where you can kill the rat at the very beginning, but if you just let it live, it'll take you right to a secret or something. See, we've been in a hallway like this before. Did I step on it? Just by moving forward too fast? Nope. Like, so maybe there's a story here where he was having an affair. I don't see why that adds much to the story. It, like, frankly, would have been better if we just focus on the painter being crazy. Assuming that's who we're playing as. Says, dog, cat, rat. And I guess the code would be 249, or is that 279? I guess that's 279. This is too complicated a puzzle, frankly. It really is, for it to not be in the full screen. Like, and all those squiggly marks. Yeah. Alright, well, we're back to this. This game is not one note, but it certainly is it's close to that. Of course, last time we did this, too, there was a painting that actually had the name, the number, and the number was completely different from what I thought it was. Alright. There's 3 things. 6. So I'm gonna have to look at all of this, and this is where you could certainly introduce some falling action, but it's a little late to be applying this. So it looks like 3 is the middle number. It looks like 4 is the left number, and looks like 7. So 437. And honestly, it might be just easier to use a walkthrough on this stuff. Alright, let's just spin through everything. So 437 is not right. Let's try 347. Maybe I got it backwards. Nope. Well, then let's go through this. Nope. Let's go through this. Nope. Let's see. Something 2. There's at least 2 lines, and it's actually like 3 lines that are going downward. Let's see, so cat ends up at 4 on one line, and back at itself with the lines on the left or right starting from the cat. Dog ends up at 3, or it ends up somewhere else. Yeah. So then rat ends up back at itself on one line, and it's 7. So something 4, 7. Do I have to wait a second? Do I have to take my control off of it? Yeah, I may have to just look up a walkthrough, because it's just not working. It is worth mentioning that I am looking at the screen from 10 feet away. I've said that probably before, and this is my standard excuse for not figuring things out, is that I'm just too far away from the screen to see it. Right. Cat. Could be 9? The lines line up in such a way that it could be anything. It really could be anything. It could be 8, 7, 9, or it could be 6, 7, 9. Let's do the colors instead of the lines. Let's see. And I could probably brute force this thing. See, so the colors don't seem like they match. The lines don't seem like they match. Is it rat, just 999? Hmm. 9, the 6th of 9, or 9, the 6th. Alright. Well, let's just pause the game and let me bring up the walkthrough. Yeah. I'm certainly not the type of person who just immediately wants to cheat. I think I cheat about the average as much as anybody else using walkthroughs, and in this instance, it seems very valid to just get on with the game and put in the combination. Let's see, apparently I don't have... I closed it. Alright. Layers of fear. Let's see. Walk through, I guess. I guess we are in the... Let's see. I think we would be in chapter 5. According to this walkthrough, it says endings, so I guess there is a spoiler for different endings. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. I'm trying to just... I don't know if there's... That walkthrough was no good. Alright, well... Sadly, I'm going to have to just stop here and end the recording. And I'll look up the answer and make sure I have it right for the next recording. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.